everyone, to another episode of the Adeptus Ridiculous podcast. My name is DK Diamantes, my co-host is Bricky, and we have a super special guest host with us today. But before we get into all of that, if you enjoyed today's episode, head over to patreon.com/Adeptus Ridiculous and consider supporting the podcast. You get access to our Discord, bloopers if they happen, just the highest quality poster. I think now it's the Toxic Gamer poster, which you can get for the $15 tier, and every tier gets access to the now returning Schola Progenium Comics Season 2. So yeah, patreon.com/Adeptus Ridiculous, because that comic is hilarious, and you want to see it, I want to see it, and Bricky wants to tell you about our merch and the book club.
All right, yes, if you want to check out merchandise, I believe the posters are all sold out now, but there is plenty of merch, including hoodies, tanks, stickers, all the little guys stuff, etc. Also, we are under the process of possibly getting enamel pins and or patches. I got taking some suggestions, so if our viewers would like to leave a comment on the things they would like to see, that would be wonderful. I was thinking cute little, like, I don't know, chibi versions of the three of our heads for enamel pins, like very like shy, disappointed, excited,
okay,
the classic archetypes.
Doge Van Dyer, yeah.
No Fanboy Thousand Suns shy, please. But definitely feet though. But anyway, orchidate.com is where it's at. This ridiculous section is down in the description of this video. Also, Betrayer episode book club is coming out this week. It'll be in a couple of days. Finish up Betrayer. All my homies hate Erebus.
Fuck Erebus, dude.
Fuck Erebus and Valrak. What did I get wrong in my Rogal Dorn episode?
Well, I refused to watch that episode because you didn't invite me on there as a stage of protest. I was like, screw these guys for not inviting me on. You've given me the Black Templars, like the special child of the Imperial Fists to go over. And
if there's a special child, if there's a special child of the Space Marines, I gotta say it's probably the Black Templars.
It really is. They are. They're basically like the weird, loud sibling that's always in trouble, and it's like that sibling that ruins like the family events, and then you have to leave early because just the way they run around and cause a mess, and then you're disgraced.
They're the awkward drunk uncle that is like super racist and
Well, they're certainly that.
Yeah, well, they do hate more than Space Marines normally hate, and that is a big thing if you're a Space Marine. If you hate more than Space Marines, so yeah, they are. Wow. They're on a whole different level.
More xenophobic than a normal Space Marine. That is.
Yeah, that's a special achievement. It really is.
That's really a lofty claim. I don't know, man.
Congratulations, Black Templars. You've done it. You are the Warhammer 40,000.
We now enter the difference between casual and competitive racism.
Their esports racism, eh?
They're
speed running it, huh?
I've never seen people with faster APMs for typing out slurs in the chat.
Oh no,
God.
Dude, they might even play Valorant. We gotta be careful.
Ooh, Apex Pros.
But anywho, welcome, my dude. Obviously we did the Rogal Dorn episode, and you are the Imperial Fists simpity simp boy.
I am. Yeah. I'm the biggest, probably the biggest simp yellow boy you've ever met in your life. I love Daddy Dorn, right?
Can you explain why you like Daddy Dorn so much?
How can I put this in words? I like walls. Is that a weird thing to say?
I like walls.
Man, America would have loved you.
It's
I like building them.
It's one of these weird things where I like castles. I could stand all day like that Pablo Escobar meme and just look at castles. I'm like, that's a nice wall. I like touching walls. I'm coming across kind of strange on this podcast, I think. But yeah,
you're in
I like
the walls.
I am the wall. That's it. Yeah,
he is the wall.
That makes sense why you would like Dorn if you like walls and castles. And, yeah.
Plus, he has a badass haircut as well. I like his high cut fade. Absolutely.
His armor is so cool. Absolutely all that gold armor. Yeah. Oh my god.
Big old chainsword as well. Oh yeah.
Every time I learn more about him, I regret the memes that I have brought to life about him.
Yes, the illiterate Dorn meme.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a good thing we did the audio version of the Dorn episode, because then the Imperial Fist fans couldn't enjoy it.
I get quoted on this all the time, and I'm like, why? What have they done? They've disgraced Dorn. What have they done?
It's Bricky's fault. Bricky misled me, and
holy
he
shit.
made me think that Dorn was stupid, and
I told you Lehman Russ
it was Bricky's
stupid.
fault. It's Bricky's fault, not mine. I don't know anything. He led me down that path. It's not my fault.
I am positive if we go back to the source, I was saying something about Lehman Russ being illiterate, and you just thought it was Rogal Dorn, and we kept.
Yeah,
I'm pretty goddamn positive.
I remember you were like
confused with Lehman Russ.
I was, because I was like, I remember we were talking about Dorn. You were like, oh yeah, Dorn is like the epitome of trying to put the square peg in the triangle hole because he's just so forceful. And I took that to mean that he's just an idiot because he doesn't know which thing goes in which hole. So I was like, oh, he's got to be stupid. Oh, he's illiterate, and that's how that started.
Dorn being inept in social situations is correct, though. The man does not do small talk particularly well.
Oh, no, he doesn't. I think my favorite scene of Rogal Dorn was when Garrow came and delivered the news, and instead of, like, handling it like a decent way, he just backslaps him. It's like, what? No, bang! And, like, he just disappeared across the room. It's like, oh.
That's right, when he was like, oh, yeah, Horus is a traitor. He's like, not possible.
Yep.
Get out of here.
So with that being said, of course, we do enjoy our Dorn stuff. Painting yellow sucks, but you know it is what it is.
He's so cool though.
Black Templars, though.
Yeah.
The Black Templars, the largest chapter of Space Marines, I think technically.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, the way it works, they won the Codex Astartes on a technicality, basically. So they could have the biggest chapter while not being a chapter. That's how it works with the Black Templars. When they were founded, Gilliman was like, okay, you're only allowed to have 1,000 Marines. And they were like, okay, well, we'll do it our way then. Basically, we will make every Black Templar chapter a chapter led by a marshal who then reports to a high marshal. So we can have multiple chapters within a chapter. And technically, it doesn't break any laws. So, you know, Gilliman was like, okay then. That's how it works.
So why doesn't every chapter do that and just bend the rules and then just make gigantic Space Marine chapter?
Because we went over this at the start. The Black Templars are the weird siblings that like to cause trouble for everyone, and they just do everything the opposite way while screaming and shouting. This is what they do.
Also, Black Templars can take the Codex Astartes and basically wipe their ass with it. They could give a fuck.
Yeah,
Dorn doesn't like it to begin with, and if that's the case, then.
Yeah. Dorn was like, I'll make the first war, the last war protocol, and the Templars like, well, we'll do one better. We'll make our own. We'll do it ourselves. So yeah, they're just copying Daddy Dorn at the end of the day, so you can't really blame them.
What do you got on the founding of these Black Templars?
Well, it kind of goes before the founding, right? I've got a big list, right? I sent it to Shai, and Shai was like, okay, you can go through this list. So brace yourself, strap yourself in. Because the Templars...
Pack a lunch.
That's it. Pack your lunch. Because the Templars just weren't they were a second founding chapter, but it goes way back. Like, in the Imperial Fist Legion, they were known as the Templar Brethren, and they guarded a place called the Temple of Oaths on board of the Phalanx. The Templar Brethren were like the cream of the crop. Like, they were the most badasses of the Legion. Of course, Sigismund was a part of this. We all know Sigismund. Hopefully, you know Sigismund, right? Yes? No? No? Yes?
I absolutely do. So if I like Sevatar, I have to like Sigismund.
Yes.
But
so think of a Space Marine, DK, right? And then think of Superman as a Space Marine. That is Sigismund.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he is like the greatest Astarte that ever lived. I'm sure I'm being quite biased about this, and someone will say, shut up, Valrak. But I'm just saying, right? He's basically the Superman of the Astartes.
Okay.
So that is how badass he is. And he was basically the first captain of the Imperial Fist. He became like the first High Marshal of the Black Templars when the second founding happened. But before all that, they guarded the Temple of Oaths. The Temple of Oaths basically is where they honored the dead of the Imperial Fist and where all new Imperial Fists came to swear allegiance to Rogal Dorn and the Emperor. Yeah, it's a kind of fun place. Okay. Yeah. Sigismund, of course, he went on to found the Black Templars after the Siege of Terra happened. And by the way, Sigismund absolutely performed peak at the Siege of Terra. Like he was just like a lot of people say it was Sanguinius who was the best, but me, again, not being unbiased, it's Sigismund who performed the best at the Siege of Terra, because he was literally going out and he challenged every single Chaos Warlord he come across and just chopped them apart. He actually killed Khan.
Damn.
He left Khan in like a bloody like Sigismund fought Khan and he basically left him like a melted popsicle. He was just nothing left on him.
Shit.
Yeah, and
Holy shit.
He like Khan got regenerated because Chaos cheats. Chaos always cheats. This is the thing I hate about Chaos, right? Chaos cheats all the time. It's not fair, right? You go out and you beat them properly, naturally, and then they're like, well, lol, revive, respawn, refresh, and we can't do that. Why can't we do that? That's literally not fair. But that's what he did, and Khan's back anyway, so it doesn't really matter if he beat him or not. Because
it's because they're atheists.
All right. I need to put a stop to this right now. Listen, I like
he wrecked Karn.
Listen, man. Wrecked is one word to put it.
whoa.
Sigismund. Okay. To state that the man did more than Sanguinius is certainly the bias coming through. The guy.
I was gonna say I don't believe that for a second, but.
The guy is an absolute Chad. Don't get me wrong. I know him the most because he has this wonderful duel with Sevatar of the Night Lords. And I remember Sevatar lost because he cheated, because Sevatar is an asshole.
Yep.
But it was
He's a
kind
Night
of one
Lord.
of
He
those,
needs to cheat.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, like, if they both played fair, there was a good chance that Sigismund would have beaten him. Maybe not by much because they're both, like, top-level dudes. But the guy is kind of... Superman, my goodness gracious. He's very strong.
He's the best Astartes that's ever lived, Bricky.
Listen,
Every single one of the chapters has their first captain super mega badass. We have our Karn, we have our Sev, we have our fucking Typhus, etc., Aramin, etc. This is the Imperial Fists guy, but to be fair, he's one of the most first captain-y dudes of first captains.
Yeah,
he is a little Mary Sue. I'm sorry, Shai's right. He a little bit,
but he obliterates Karn.
Obliterates might be a little much.
No, he
said he left him as a melted popsicle. So I'm just imagining barely skeleton that just has melted flesh and muscle on it.
Yeah, but he
holy shit.
He didn't like Dr. Manhattan, Steve Jobs died from Ligma, boom.
Listen.
Just annihilated him, you know?
He definitely Dr. Manhattan Khan, right? Don't ignore Bricky, right?
Yeah,
Listen, right?
Snap the fingers, just
Ignore
turn him to dust.
Right, put it this way, right? Sanguinius had wings, right? Sigismund did not. That proves a point. Sigismund did this without wings. He couldn't fly anywhere. He went by foot, and he did everything. So, for me, Sigismund is the peak of the Siege of Terra.
All right, continue your shenanigans. He's not around now, is he, though?
Oh, how dare you. That actually goes on to next bit in a second, because, we will talk about plot armor in a second, because that goes to the next bit. So, yeah, they found themselves after the siege, after Guilliman told off Dorn and stuff, and all that stuff happened. There was apparently a lot of stuff that happens in the Scouring, but we haven't got any information about that as of yet. I expect to see Sigismund basically doing backflips, 360 no scopes during like the Scouring, and just taking out everyone he comes across, because this is the time for the Loyalists to get their revenge, let's say. But we haven't really got that information in the books. What the information we do have, though, is how the first High Marshal Sigismund, actually died. And he probably went out in the most baddest way in the world, the most baddest way you can think of. So,
in the world.
Listen, quite Bricky. So,
wait, back this up. This is the Abaddon thing, right?
Okay, yeah, this is. So
he goes out pretty cool. I won't lie.
Yeah, he does. I've actually saved the quote, because I'm going to give you the quote, because the quote is peak quote. So, the Loyalists pushed the traitors back into the Eye of Terror, get back in there and stuff like that. And then all the other Loyalists were like, okay, let's go and parade and make planet stuff and do stuff like that. Sigismund wasn't like that. Sigismund basically waited for around 1,000 years outside the Eye of Terror with a small black Templar fleet, waiting for the enemy to come back out. And when they did come back out, it was Abaddon leading all his little ward bands of merry men and stuff like that. And they basically had a fight. Abaddon and Sigismund. And Abaddon was like, I see the years have blackened your armor as well as mine, Sigismund. And they had this fight, but at this point, Sigismund is like really old. Well, I say really, really old. He's a bit older because the warp time is weird. So you got Prime Abaddon versus like this 1,000-year-old Templar king, you know, sat upon a bronze throne. Aaron Dembski-Bowden like describes it, which is absolutely amazing. And then Sigismund like sacrifices himself and like stabs Abaddon like through the chest, like trying to give him the killing blow. But of course, with Abaddon's plot armor, he wins. He rips Sigismund in half with his.
Let's not forget about the Chaos Roids.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. Well, has he got the Chaos Roids at this point? I don't think he has like Drachnir or anything like that. Has he?
Maybe not, but he's definitely a little. He's got a little souped up. He's on his first cycle.
Yeah. I think he's got like golden eyes, whatever that means. Like his eyes are all golden or something. Maybe he's a Superman now of Warhammer.
So Abaddon pulls a Megatron, and Sigismund is like, "Oh, do you want a piece of me?" And Abaddon's like, "No, I want two."
Why have you done this? No. Yes, basically that's what happens. But like Sigismund's like he's ripped in half. He's like his guts out and stuff like that. And Abaddon's looking at him. Abaddon's like holding his chest. He's like kneeling down. He's like, and then Sigismund's like last ever line is like, "You will die as your traitor father died, soulless, honorless, weeping, ashamed." And then he's just like, he's out the game. I'm like, okay, that's a pretty badass way of going out.
Do you need some water?
Yeah. Get him some milk. Yeah, he was gone then. And that was it. That is the end of Sigismund. But hopefully we get like a bridge in between all that when they do the next book series.
Whoa! Are you gonna skip over the fucking return of him shipping it back?
Which one?
I honestly thought you were gonna say, I hope we get a bridge between the two pieces of Sigismund.
Oh my!
Back,
why you do this?
You gotta bridge those two pieces back together. Put those Astartes organs back.
You can remake him. What, the one?
We have the technology.
Yeah. I was about to say, Abaddon fucking shipping him back in a little box that says "We have returned" is pretty metal.
Oh yeah, well, so.
Oh my God, does he really?
Yeah. Well, Abaddon's a bastard, right? So not only does he rip Sigismund in half, he then graffitis Sigismund's sword, which I really take offense to. And he basically says what Bricky says, like, "We have returned," but he actually does do the honorific thing, and he ships Sigismund's body back. He doesn't like, hang it off his backpack like he normally does to everyone else and stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't put like his skull onto his backpack on a pike or something.
But again, I think this is like, as you said, first cycle Abaddon where he's kind of okay at this point in the head. So he has like honor and stuff like that kind of still. So yeah, he ships him back. And it's like the Black Legion have returned. But I think one of the big questions for me about this time is Dorn still alive at this time? I'm not too sure. Is Dorn going to start crying once he knows Sigismund's dead? That should be a nice little story within itself. But yeah, we don't really know that.
Dorn could use a hand, so.
Never.
Damn, Dorn could use a hand. Yeah, give him a hand.
I'm never doing this again.
Or I guess it would sound more like...
Someone's got to pull you back down to the neutral zone from this Black Templar Imperial Fists high zone you've reached.
People say I'm biased. I don't think I'm biased. I just think I tell the truth. And
no one who's biased thinks they're biased.
I mean, we all have our biases. Like, have you seen the Sisters episodes that Bricky's put? Bias. Come on, man. We've all got them. We've all got that one faction that we have the rose-tinted glasses for, right?
I bloody rose-tinted glasses.
I may say something very offensive to Bricker. I find the Sisters of Silence far more cooler than the Sisters of Battle.
That's okay. You said far more cooler, and that's not good English.
Right? I'm from the northern England. This is how we speak. We speak in riddles because we're all
the Sisters of Silence are very, very cool. They're a combination of the mixture of their ethics and the discussion with custodians is all very neat. I like the Sisters of Battle a lot, partially for a cultural thing. I find it impressive that GW pulled off an all-female faction and made them arguably the most evil in the Imperium, and that's kind of just really metal. Yeah. Combine that with like the Penitent engines and characters like Celestine and stuff, and You know, I mean, to be honest, a lot of times people are able to understand the concept of the Sisters of Battle pretty easily. Zealotous nuns and witch hunters reversed.
Yeah.
And so whenever I have to describe the Black Templars, I often just say, well, they're like Sisters of Battle Marines, where they're extraordinarily pious, covered in purity scrolls, really old school, competitively racist.
They had the same bowl haircuts and stuff like that, you know, to match each other. Yeah. It works.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
exactly.
it
Like what's on their shoulders? It's white, you know, white hair, easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's even,
Every time I see the Black Templars in like their robes, they genuinely look like medieval crusaders.
yeah, that's what they are. Well, I've
Like the Knights Templar, because they're the Black Templar,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I think the funny thing that Games Workshop did, they actually swapped the colours around. So the Knights Hospitaller wore the Black Templar colours, and the Black Templar colours are the Knights Hospitaller colours, or something like that. I don't know what they did, but yeah, they're knights. That's basically it. They're knights with
Old school
swords.
crusading knights, yeah.
Kill everything.
They literally have a unit in the tabletop called the Crusader Squad. So yeah, it works out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that image is so old school crusader. It hurts.
It really is. Have I forgot to mention anything? Oh yes, they are very weird in regards to that. They see the Emperor as a divine being, so they worship the Emperor. But this is, I think the law's changed a little bit on this though, because they're like says like Purge the Mutant, the Xenos the Heretic and stuff like that. The Witch, they like to burn witches and stuff. But some of the later lore is, for example, navigators. They actually kind of worship navigators and see them as like divine because they kind of connect with the Emperor and stuff, and they see that as like a bridge to the Emperor. So I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they still hate witches because they don't have librarians or anything like that in their chapter. But I'm sure there's certain witches which they kind of like and simp for in a way.
In 40K, isn't it pretty normal to like worship the Emperor and see him as the divine though?
Basically, that is the go-to now. With Gilliman coming back, he's like,
Oh, motherfucking Jesus Christ!
I can't wait.
Makes him interesting. He's not a Boy Scout anymore. I like it.
Can't wait to tell Daddy about this. But yeah, it's kind of the thing now. And the funny thing is, and what a lot of people say to me, Black Templars are basically word bearers, which I take absolutely offense to. Like 100%, I'm offended by that. Don't ever call Black Templars word bearers. Nope, it's different.
Time to bring him back down a little bit.
It's completely
Maybe
different.
pre-heresy word bearers, right? Like, you know, because that's when monarchy happened.
Actually, yeah, pre-heresy word bearer is a little closer. Definitely not post-heresy.
Oh God, no, not post-heresy. No,
Definitely
no,
not post-heresy.
Yeah.
Faces all over their armor. Hello there. Wait, what?
Shai has posted 2 pictures, and I must say, they certainly have a similar vibe.
Well, one does have a lot of horns, okay, and the other doesn't. I think we've just come to the conclusion of this. If you have horns, you're the bad guy. If you don't have horns, then you're the good guy. How about
Looks
that?
up Loyalist legions with horns.
I think there is some. I think there's a salamander one that grows horns and stuff.
Oh, the Black Dragons, yeah.
The Black
the
Dragons,
bone
yeah.
horns and stuff.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Send the Inquisition. Yeah, so I've got another little point here. Notable crusades, because, you know, they love to crusade. That's what they do.
They're crusaders, sure.
It's a never-ending war. This is Sigismund's point of view and everything before he got shanked, is that the galaxy will always burn. We're always going to be fighting. We're always going to be punching each other. So let's just go out with our balls out and let's just hit everyone in the face. So they're just constantly crusading the Black Templars. Again, every Black Templar has its own crusade in the different parts of the galaxy, you know, shouting and killing things and everything like that. The Scouring is one of the main ones, but again, we don't really have anything on the Scouring, so I can't really talk into that. Like I said, expect 360 no scopes for Sigismund. War of the Beast was a pretty notable one. Do you know about War of the Beast at all? Do you want me to delve into that a little bit? Because this is a kind of one where the Black Templars kind of, you know, came into their peak a little bit for me.
We're saving the War of the
Beast. Familiar.
We're saving the War of the Beast for a later episode.
Okay.
But
All right. The War of I hate to say this word because my brain doesn't say it right. Apostasy. There we go. Or aka the Terran Crusades. Van Dyer.
Apostasy, yeah.
Have you done the Van Dyer stuff? I think you've done the Van Dyer stuff.
Have we done the Van Dyer stuff?
Have you seen our mascot by any chance?
Oh my goodness!
I've seen the memes. I've seen the memes.
The Age of Apostasy, I think is what you're referring to.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, the Age of Apostasy. You son of a bitch.
That's it. There we go. So, the Templars helped in that because apparently there was a little twat who, jumped up and started to do things. So that was another thing for the Templars. And the newer law for the Black Templars, I think this is where it's interesting now because this is 10,000 years later. There's a brand new High Marshal called Helbrecht. He's joined by one of the most badass people in the world. Called Grimaldus.
I was waiting for Grimmy.
Grim. Oh, man.
I thought you were going to say his sword cleaner meme guy. I thought that's what you were going to say as the most badass guy.
I'm sure that guy's a badass. He's constantly cleaning his sword. Imagine following him around on the battlefield all day and just polishing his sword. It's
a lot of polishing.
That is a lot of polishing. That is a hell of a lot. Of stuff.
I'm pretty good at polishing swords myself, but that's a conversation for a different time. Anyway,
penis.
Only
you think it's so funny,
it's
don't
a
you,
masturbation joke.
You think it's so funny.
YouTube, shut him down. Shut him down right now.
Oh no.
So you've got High Marshal Helbrecht, and Helbrecht has recently crossed the Rubicon and become I call it Primaris Marines, and everyone hates me for the way I say it. It's not Primaris Valrak, it's Primaris, but I'm saying it in Gothic, so those guys.
Everybody gets it.
I tried to get I tried to get the book where he crosses the Rubicon, but the scalpers scalped me, and I couldn't get it. So I'm just waiting for the audiobook now. So I wish I could talk you to more like maybe how he spat in Gilliman's face, and then Gilliman was like, please do it, and then he crossed it. But I'm not too sure what happens in that story. So I can't really go into much more than that. All I can say is that he's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger, he's the main man Primaris Marine. That goes with his boy Grimaldus as well. Grimaldus is the High Reclusiarch of
what a name.
Of the Black Templars, which is it's basically like Daddy Chaplain. Like he is like the big boy, and what kind of he says goes in terms of the soul of the chapter. And he has very, very kind eyes. Very, very kind eyes. If you read the book Hell's Reach, he takes off his helmet and someone goes, "You have kind eyes," and then he goes out and murders a lot of people. I'm like, oh goddamn, he does have kind eyes. Very, very kind eyes.
This sounds like the Blessed Lady kind of thing, where it's like, "Oh, Argel Tall, you're so nice." Like, thanks. Kills custodians.
Grimaldus actually steals their weapon.
Grimaldus actually had a recent refit of a new model, and he looks very cool.
So
awesome. I shall show it off. Yep. He has this little contingent of servitors carrying around holy relics around him.
Oh shit, that does look dope.
Yeah, Games Workshop have basically just redone like the whole Black Templar range, and all the models I personally think are like top tier, 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. Even Helbrecht, which we'll get back onto in a second, he's got a brand new model, and of course the sword polisher, wipey wiper. He's
wipey. Is that supposed to be a specific skeleton on that guy's banner, or is it just a skeleton because we're Games Workshop and we like putting skeletons on banners?
I think it's just a spooky skeleton. It's got a W on it, which is either win or witch. I don't know. I'll let you decide. What do you want? Win or
witch? Witch. Definitely witch. That sounds like a Templars thing to parade the skeleton of a witch.
It could be Waller. He found him and then he butchered him. You never know, right?
Have you noticed that Grimaldus has a tinier sword that's cut off on top of him? He has a little sword.
Oh yeah, he's got a broken sword. Yeah.
With a little skeleton hand.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that is in reference to. Maybe someone can help in the comment section. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but I actually think it may be from his previous mentor, whose sword it was, and he's kept it like, he taught me so much, I'll keep his broken sword where he failed, kind of thing.
Unrelated, but I love it when in like fantasy media they use a broken sword as a weapon. Oh god, I love that shit.
Isildur? Cool. Yeah, amazing. Going back to Helbrecht pretty quick, because there's some interesting things about Helbrecht. So Helbrecht is considered the greatest Imperial naval commander. He's basically like the #1 Battlefleet Gothic tournament player in the galaxy. Like, he knows how to do it. There was a big battle at a place called Hell's Reach, well, not Hellreach, Armageddon. The Wars of Armageddon, Gazskull, Orcs, everything like this. The thing is with Armageddon is it's actually a place called Ullanor, which is the home world of the Orcs. So this is why the Orcs are so, how do I say this? They're so invested in taking that world back. I think they've got like a bestial urge to get back to our planet. So there's constantly like, just massive wars there. And the latest war that we had there, he was a naval commander, but I think he only lasted like a week because the Orcs were like, we're bringing everyone. We are bringing...
It's a massive war, right?
We're bringing everyone. And this is where like we have the story of Grimaldis now in the book Hell's Reach by Aaron Densky-Bowden, which is probably one of the most famous books out for a Space Marine. Oh, it's one of the like, most iconic ones. Well, for me anyway. Again, my bias is showing. And,
what do you know?
What do you know? And... Grimaldis goes down to the surface with like a squad of his guys, and they defend a hive called Hell's Reach, and it's just absolute top tier devastation from start to finish. There's this guardsman, his name escapes me at the moment, but he becomes like Grimaldis' friend. He saves Grimaldis and stuff like that. He's absolutely fantastic. But it's just Orcs breaking through. There's Titan battles. There's just like basically a church gets dropped on Grimaldis, and
holy shit,
yeah, it's incredible. Like I'm not even summing it up properly, but it's a fantastic story, and it just shows.
He survives a church getting dropped on him.
Yeah, a full church, and he comes up like
holy shit.
Yeah, it's incredible, absolutely cool. He comes up like I want to. Where's the orc fungus? I want to spank some cheeks still, but everyone's dead around him. But he's like, I'll still kill you all. Yeah,
damn,
absolutely top tier. He is amazing.
What a badass.
Yeah. Going quickly back to Helbrecht, because I'm all over the place here. I'm in my element now talking about this. Helbrecht, he has a hatred for the Xenos. You never would have thought this. But
whoa, no way.
Really?
Someone in the Imperium doesn't like the Xenos? Tell me more about this shocking revelation.
He hates aliens. What a guy.
No.
High Marshal Helbrecht.
Hates Xenos. No. No.
High Marshal of the Black Templars.
Doesn't like Xenos?
That's why
I've never seen a man more racist in my life. The power. It makes him stronger.
I think it all started that he was really, really friendly with Xenos, and then he had this fight with a chap called Imitek the Stormlord, which is this whole other Necron badass, right? There's a whole podcast I do on Imitek and all this badass that goes on with him. He basically had like a fight with Helbrecht, and Imitek basically beat the living piss out of Helbrecht. Like he just spanked him all over the place. And
he is the Stormlord, I mean.
There he is. He does bring the thunder. But instead of striking him down, Imitek was like, "Lol, I'll just take your hand, and this way you'll remember me." So that's why he has like his little robotic hand. It was either that, or he wanted, I don't know, maybe he wanted Helbrecht to cosplay as Dorn or something like that. And he was like,
I was gonna say, what is it with these guys and losing hands? Dorn, this guy, what the?
It's weird. It's a weird fetish that the Sons of Dawn have. We like to inflict pain on ourselves. I don't know if that's...
Magic pain glove. Tell me what to do.
It's a magic pain glove. There's a very good enjoyable moment in that thing where I think Helbrecht makes some statement about how the Necrons are a dead and dying empire and don't deserve to live, and Imitek's like, that's rich coming from you.
Goddamn, Imitek.
Goddamn.
Burned.
Yeah, we're Necron simps here, so it works out.
Necron supremacy.
So yeah.
Real side note here, did you perchance get an opportunity to read the Custodian Codex, the new one?
I did, but is he a certain story? Oh yes, I did. I know what story you're on about. The one where he was protected.
Yeah, the Aquilian Shield Custodians chose High Marshal Helbrecht as one of their main protection people.
Yeah. And
oh, really?
They kind of do that for prophecies and stuff, don't they? And weird things that happen.
Kind of like special individuals that are assumed to eventually become very important people.
Yes.
And so they protected Helbrecht in the Hive world I think he lived in. Unknown and unseen to him, but yeah.
I'm shocked that they would think he needs it.
Well, he was only like a kid at this point, where they're like kind of protecting
Oh,
him. He wasn't
okay,
a
gotcha.
marine or anything like that. Like I don't think
Oh,
I don't think Helbrecht needs protecting of anyone. But as a kid,
Yeah.
he was like protected. I don't know how a custodian hides himself with his golden armor and
I have-
his, like,
I have
9
no
foot
clue.
tall armor and his spear. Like I'm Batman in the shadows. I have no idea, but they did it. They protected him somehow, and then he was recruited by the Black Templars, and then his journey where we are now. He's the High Marshal. Absolutely.
Okay, so
smashing
they had to
things.
protect him so he could grow up to be Big Daddy Helbrecht.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's the theory. I'm not sure if anything's going to happen in the future. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff coming with the Black Templars. I have a theory that we're going to go back to Armageddon. But some of the new lore that's been established so far, like I said, he's crossed the Rubicon now, so he didn't die. So I guess he's important. The Black Templars have kind of accepted the Primaris Marines. There was one tiny, small, bad incident that kind of happened, where one of the Crusades kind of killed all the Primaris Marines along with the Custodia who brought them.
Ooh,
Because
that's bad.
they saw them as very impure. They're like, well, the Emperor didn't make these, so I guess you guys are the bad guys. So they get kind of butchered all the Primaris Marines that they were bringing to reinforce them. Along
Yeah,
with the Custodia guy.
I'm about to say this is I know what you're talking about. This is an understatement. Kind of. Yeah. No. You remember how the Dark Angels decided to mind probe and torture all the Primaris Marines that were sent to them because they thought they were spies of Gilliman, and the Dark Angels are the relatively sane of the cousin. The Dark Angels are the racist uncle that knows how to hide it, and then this is the racist uncle that doesn't.
Oh, so they
The
just
man's
slaughter
understating
all
a little
the
bit.
Primaris?
He's understating a little bit.
I personally think there was a miscommunication. And things got, this is the warp,
Sympathizing.
and Vox and stuff. I kind of do draw the line when you start stabbing the literal defender of the Emperor to death. Yeah, I kind of can see the bad stuff in that. But, hand on heart, those Templars did end up redeeming themselves in a way. They took down the bad guys. I was like, we're sorry, we all died, kind of thing. So, I forgive them. Do you forgive them?
No.
Things happen, right? This is Warhammer.
Bro,
This wasn't like, oops, I slipped on a banana peel or something. This is like, oops, I slaughtered all of you and the Golden Guardians of the like. That's not a oopsie whoopsie. That's not a minor fucky wucky. Like that is a.
At least when Arthur Tall did it, he had a demon in him.
He had a demon.
Yeah, he had a demon.
Why'd you
in
do
him.
this? Well, it was the other guy inside me. What other guy? This
We
guy.
are
Yeah,
Arthur
well,
Tall.
and the Custodian had just killed his baby doll, or was Irene, right? And she just get murdered, and then he went off in a rage and I'm gonna kill all of you. Custodians, right?
This Custodian killed her because I think she was in the way, and they had that gigantic, cybernetic Legion of Cybernetica robot in the thing.
Yeah.
Your Honor, to call this explosive device improvised is a massive understatement on the amount of work and effort I put in to the creation and eventual throwing of it into this orphanage.
It's true.
So no, Your Honor, it was not an improvised explosive device.
It's a discharged rock propel grenade. Yeah, that's amazing.
It was an accident.
It was
that we
an
slaughtered
listen-
all of them like animals.
Listen, accidents happen, okay? Like, you have to learn to forgive. If you don't, then you just gotta become the bad guy yourself. So I forgive him, okay? Stuff happens. And at the end of the day, are the Primaris impure? I still think Call is about to do, an Order 66 and do everything his way. Who knows, right? Maybe they saw through it and they're like, nope,
He's
not on our watch. The Emperor says no.
He's gonna call them.
Nice
Make them do a six. I get it.
That's it, yeah. And that's kind of where we are now with the current law. They've mainly been focused around, like I said, the Hell's Reach and Armageddon. They love killing orcs. Like every time I see Black Templars, they're always fighting against orcs. Shy just posted a picture just to actually confirm.
Oh yeah,
this. Look,
there they are killing orcs. Yeah.
I think they just love to kill orcs, and for me, I love that because I think orcs fighting Space Marines is the coolest. Orcs fighting Necrons are boring because you're just robots, and no one cares about you robots. You just beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Orcs fighting anything is really cool.
Yeah,
like the orcs are just so much fun.
Well,
I'm sorry. Did I hear slander to our green boys?
The beep bop boop boop.
The beep boop boop. Listen, I'm just speaking Necron. That's what.
Have you ever seen a Necron try to eat human food and understand it?
It's surprisingly sad.
It is.
Listen, go enjoy your 4,000 Marine books. Well, I'll enjoy my 5 Necron books that are all excellent.
Do you know what? I actually just finished The Infinite Divine, and it's probably one of my best reads.
It's really
hell yeah, it is.
Absolutely incredible. Like, I just saw it as 2 old men slapping each other for like a millennium. Like, don't these guys learn? It was brilliant from start to finish.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Them not learning is half the enjoyment of the Necrons.
Yes.
We could get so much done if we didn't hit each other. Well, let's hit each other. Okay.
He takes a death mark, opens portal, shoots Orca in the face, leaves. Capital B for based.
And that's kind of where we are, all the way through Sigismund, all the Crusades, and of course with the Great Rift ripping the galaxy in half. Half of them are on the no-go side, some of them are on the good side, and it's just getting them all back together now so they can join and start smashing face and purging.
Specifically, you really got to get Sigismund back together.
I have a theory that Sigismund's got to come
It's funny because he's in half.
Yeah, because there's 2 of them. Get them back together.
No, I wonder where Sigismund's body is. That's never spoken about. Is it on the Eternal Crusader? Oh, I forgot to mention the Eternal Crusader. They have literally one of the most badass ships in existence. So the cool thing about the Imperial Fists back in the day is that they were kind of the fleet masters. They had the Phalanx, which is kind of like the Death Star on Warp Dust.
Fair, yeah.
And they had a ship called the Eternal Crusader, which then went over to the Black Templars when the Black Templars founded their chapter, and that's their flagship now. This huge Gloriana class battleship known as the Eternal Crusader, which is just astonishing, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, they have one of the literal badass ships in the galaxy. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what other Gloriana class starships are still around. I know Gilliman's is. I'm not too sure about other Loyalist ones. I'm sure the Red Tier, the Blood Angel one, is still about. I'm not too sure on that. There we go. Yeah, that's how big it is. What Shy just put in the chat. Yeah, it's a big boy.
Oh, so the top left is the Gloriana class battleship. That is the Alpha, which was the flagship of the Alpha Legion.
There we go. Look, where are you getting this from, Shy? These are amazing pictures. I've never seen
them. So where's the ships that Lorgar made? That's the only way I can compare these sizes.
I think that would be the one. That would be the one, the Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The big one.
The top left.
Yeah, the big one.
If I am not mistaken, if you look to the right of it, you can find the Zeta Strike Cruiser. That would be the size of the Covenant of Blood.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah, it's a big fucking ship.
The Alpha's a big boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were basically designed as like trophy pieces for the Primarchs and stuff back in the day. But
not to mention that the World Eater one has fucking grappling hooks.
Yep, release.
Fire the Ursus claws!
Yeah.
Yep.
So
imagine that, a ship coming next to you and just like fish hooking you. Like, nope, you're going nowhere. I'm like, oh god, okay.
Yep.
I guess we're dead. Okay. No
they
problem.
had didn't they have like Warhound Titans that had Ursus claws too?
Yes, they did.
Or something like that?
They did.
Yeah. And they brought down another Titan that was trying to
they did. It's so cool. The cool thing about this though is like when you compare these to the Phalanx, there's an old wallpaper that show these ships compared to the Phalanx, and the Phalanx just dwarfs it. It's like, my god, like I think the Phalanx can actually put these Gloriana class ships inside of it, like, and its wings and stuff, and still have space. That's just like how big it is. It's just like
the Phalanx is like a floating fortress. Yeah.
Like a battlefield or something like that.
Man.
Wait,
God
what?
damn it.
What was it?
No,
what are you saying?
No,
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Immediately goes back to something about the phalanx. Like, this is on brand.
I mean, to be fair though, like even if you're not like a big Imperial Fist simp, like the phalanx is pretty fucking impressive.
In the tutorial mission of Battlefleet Gothic 2, you ram another ship with it.
Yes. Yes, you do. It's amazing. It's just like, charge. Okay, then.
Like that's got to be like the most impressive ship in all of 40K, right? The phalanx.
It is.
Like what tops that?
The Blackstone Fortress, maybe not in size, but in firepower.
Oh right, because
and
people say the Rock.
And the Necron Death Star is also that was a thing. There was also the Necron Death Star that we don't talk about much because it was disabled by a squad of Ultramarines.
No, it was
Necron Death Star. What?
No, it was it was Astral Knights. It was the Sons of Dawn again, Bricker. It was Sons of Dawn again.
Of course it was.
There we go. There we go. The Sons of Dawn bringing down the beep boop beep bot. I'm trying to think of other characters. I was going to say Beyond, but that's Space Wolves. I don't know why I'm thinking of Beyond. What are they doing here? Get on my head, Beyond.
Well, there's the big three. There's Sigismund, Helbrecht, and Grimmy.
Yeah,
those are like the
Grimaldus.
big ones.
Yeah, well, Helbrecht and Grimaldus are the only main characters that we have now in 40k. Like, you have like the Crusader squads and everything like that, but those are the two main ones. Which is, oh wait, no, sorry, you have the Emperor's Champion, of course. The Emperor's Champion, who is kind of gifted all like the special armor and the swords on the eve of a battle because he has like a vision, like he's got to be that absolute badass, and he's given all the special stuff, and then he's sent out basically just to kill everything. Basically, it's like, okay, you're the Emperor's Champion. It's kind of like
this guy.
There he is. Yeah, the Emperor's Champion.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope.
It always makes me laugh though because if he dies, then they have to go out and find all the gear like they've given him because it's all like sacred relics. So if he dies and he's like overwhelmed by orcs, they have to then go out and track it all down. Like, oh god damn it, orc's got his left boot. This orc's got his like gauntlet. This one's got like his helmet. So I don't know. Maybe they have to. But yeah, the Emperor's Champion is like the peak person of the Black Templars when it comes to like combat prowess. So he's not like the most badass guy out there and who goes along fighting. There's an Emperor's Champion in the book Hell's Reach. I won't spoil it, but again, he's a pretty big badass as well.
Yeah, sounds like you should be.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah.
Shai asked how do they play on the tabletop? Are they popular? Are they super strong? Are they meta? Or are they just like, well, I like them, so I guess I'll play them even though I'm gonna get curb stomped?
Do you know what? Like when it comes to the Black Templars, I'd actually say they're kind of balanced. Like what you normally get is the old Codex creep, the Votan. What I've been seeing lately, are like, oh god, no.
Black Templars are probably one of the best Space Marine chapters out there, but Space Marines have kind of fallen down a bit because of Codex creep. Yeah. But they were like the last supplement that came out.
Yeah, they were the last Space Marine supplement to come out, and as I said, they were kind of balanced. Like they weren't ridiculously overpowered or anything like that. One thing that got a lot of Salamander players salted is the Flamer guy had a better Flamer than what the Salamanders can wield in battle, and they were like, oh,
yeah, I was kind of pissed about that one.
Yeah,
that's a little weird. That is a little weird. That's fair.
Yeah, but they got a bunch of new units like the new Sword Brethren, everything. Absolutely fantastic range they done. Like all the new models, they got new Castellans and stuff like that. I thought they really did them justice. So.
I would never make a Black Templar that didn't have a helmet because those bowl cuts are awful.
I really hate the bowl cuts.
Those are terrible. Holy shit! Like
They're
I get
very
it.
bad.
I'm offended because I love bowl cuts. I will get a bowl cut, and I will.
Please don't.
I will go around preaching for the Black Templars because I love bowl cuts. That's what I'll do.
I mean, that's next level simping for
it really
Templar. I will get a bowl cut and I will preach. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but like that's all the models. They're all out there now. I have heard. Rumor rack, exclusive rumor rack. We're apparently getting a new Black Templar model in October for Warhammer Day. I've heard it's killing something. I hope it's a Necron because that would do my boys justice then.
It'd be hilarious if it was actually a new Abaddon model that was just ripping Sigismund in half. He had both. It's like, and he's just like, all of his blood and guts are on his face, and oh, that'd be great.
Goddamn, no, please no.
I would love it.
I actually didn't buy any Black Templar models. I know, I'm sorry. I'm too busy focused on my Imperial Fists. I'm sorry. I'm too busy focused on them. But for my friends who bought them, Yeah, they love him. They like him. They're not competitive at all, I've heard, but they get around. They look cool. That's what it's all about, right? Warhammer, looking cool.
You're referring to Imperial Fists?
That's half the battle.
Wait, what? This is my friend.
You're referring to Imperial Fists?
Wait, what? Well, right, hang on. Let me just address this, right? I just want to say something, right? I play Imperial Fists in 40k, and I absolutely hate how everyone is jumping on the Imperial Fist in 30k. If you don't play Imperial Fist in 40k, you don't have the right to play him in 30k. Okay? Right? I'm just going to say this right now.
Why is that?
Look at this man gatekeeping Imperial Fists.
You have to go through the steps.
You have to go through the pain.
I've been dealing with the exact same thing. I hear Night Lords in 30k are very good, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
You have to go through the pilgrimage, right?
You have
Everyone's
to
like,
go through the pain glove.
Dude, that's it. That's what it is. I have suffered. I've suffered all edition being laughed at by every other Space Marine player. You're bomb tier. You're bomb tier. I just took it, and this is it now, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, I love Imperial Fists. I've always loved them. No, you haven't. I've watched you. You've done nothing.
I've seen through your soul. You don't like the yellow like I do.
You don't like the Imperial Fist. You can read.
I was born.
There are actually some neat things that the Templars can get in the game. They have this thing called Templar Vows, which is basically this idea where you vow to do something, or you vow to have this ability, but you always have a passion, which means you lose something. So it's like, for example, there's accept any challenge no matter the odds, which allows you to get like Assault Doctrine, which he understands but you don't, and like extra attacks and shit, but you can't fall back from combat. Or like you can move closer and re-roll wounds against psychers, but you cannot do any actions when you're near a psyker because you're so mad at them. That kind of stuff.
Didn't they
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Didn't they take like a charge out in the Templar community that got really salty? Like, was it Devout Push or something? And then
Devout Push, yeah, it was like one of those really
game.
It was really gamey. They changed the stratagem to be not as powerful.
No, so they just basically balanced it out then.
The Black Templar stratagems are some hilarious ones. There's just the classic, like, the Emperor's will for the Emperor's honor, exemplars of the Crusade, Heretic's pyre, champion of the feast. Like, this is fucking
Just Templars being
fervent
Templars.
acclamation.
Yeah.
The Psalm of remorseless persecution.
Oh boy, that is the most Black Templar thing I've heard all day.
Oh, what's the hand grenade they've got? They've got that hand grenade.
Oh fuck, the hand grenade.
The hand grenade.
Yes.
What's it called?
They have the
grenade?
holy hand grenade.
Wow, really?
The holy hand grenade.
Tell me more about the holy hand
Is
grenade.
it the holy hand grenade of is it Antioch or something like
Let's
that?
see here.
me try and
The
find it.
hand grenade we have is. I am on Wahapedia. Allow me a moment.
That little song, I like that little stall song. I like.
It's called It's called the Holy Orb of Antioch, not the Holy Grenade of Antioch. It's basically
Oh,
the
it really should be called the holy hand grenade.
They should have.
of
They
blah,
should have
blah,
just
blah.
kept it. Yeah.
Yep.
So
yep.
it's basically like like normal hand grenades kill everyone. This one,
No, really?
well, really, it explodes. Uh-oh.
No kidding.
Death. This one, from what I remember, right, explodes. But if you're like very, very naughty, it burns and kills you and does more damage to you more. So it's like more painful as you die, kind of thing.
I love that description. It blows up, but if you're really naughty, it does extra damage and it burns.
It
and
burns you more. You heretic, you will suffer
you
more.
heretic, you were naughty. I know.
Look at your horns, you naughty boy.
Oh, I knew it.
He's got tails and everything.
You fucking people.
Are those
It is-
horns on
it
your
is
helmet?
True, though. It is true, though. There's also a very, very aggravating one called Tannhauser's Bones, which makes all damage they take reduced to 1, which is really, really, really good. When a Dreadnought rolls up to you and it has 5 attacks at 4 to 6 damage each, and it's just like, well, I have over 5 HP, and they're all going down to 1 now, so get fucked.
Get fucked, Robot Boy.
Also, did you know that when you fight with Helbrecht in the tabletop, his 2 little attendants punch also?
Do they? I didn't know
Really?
that at all. I thought it
Yeah.
was just him. Did they just
No,
throw the left and the right?
So Helbrecht on the tabletop, for one, is a monster. He is arguably one of the best non Gilliman style Space Marine character.
Yeah, non-Primarch. Yeah.
But he has the sword of the High Marshals, which is it just fucks. It's so laughably good. But in particular, he has here Attendant Thrall's Fists, Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage, can make 2 attacks.
So
his little dudes. And the dude on the dude on the right, he has a melta gun, and you can fire that. It's called Ferocity.
So
wow, that's amazing.
He's basically in there throwing down his sword, and they're in there throwing down the hands. I love it. Absolutely love it.
How much does Helbrecht cost? Like, how many points is he?
160 out of a classic 2,000.
Too bad.
Doesn't he have a lot of buffing mechanics as well? Like he gives you +1 strength or something like that?
Yeah, he has the +1 strength aura, reroll, hit roll of 1 aura, and the chapter master rerolls.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people were rolling, was it Blade Guard with him, around him? And
yeah, because they would go to the strength 6 threshold. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then just going in with, because they've got the invul saves and stuff like that, haven't they? Just going in.
Yeah, they're very good. Now, I mean, it's no Dante of the Blood Angels.
Listen, I can do this about Dante. I'm going to say this right now, right? Dante is probably my favorite Space Marine, but I don't like Blood Angels.
Yeah, that's fine.
Really?
That's fine. We haven't done Blood Angels yet because we want to torture the Blood Angel fans.
Yeah, I do, but it's just like they're so angry.
Did you read the book, the Imperial Fists book about Captain Lysander when he's on that one world?
Oh, when he's kidnapped by the Iron War. Yeah, I read that years ago. I can't. I know.
I read like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Like he got off there and he came back like, you should have killed me, bastards. And then he like did loads of things to it and stuff. If I remember correctly.
Ooh, he got captured by Iron Warriors. Did you say?
Yeah, he got captured by Iron Warriors.
Ooh, that's not who you want to get captured by. Ooh.
He made a pact. He made a pact with a demon. To help rampage through the Iron Warriors, because the Iron Warriors were like lol amount, they trapped a demon into a building or something, and then the demon was like, I remember they had to deal with the Inquisition because they were like, okay, this guy made a deal with the demon, that's weird. But I remember because he's got this big old storm shield and this big old hammer. Do you know what the profile is for the hammer, Valrak?
Not me. I haven't checked him in ages. Is it disgusting?
It's strength +6. So it's 10, AP 3, damage 3, no minus to hit, and he still has a 3-up invul.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that at all.
And Terminator armor, and
he's in Terminator armor. Yeah, he can deep strike in and stuff, can't you? Yeah.
And his Warlord trait is forever transhuman.
Is he? I think he's the first captain now. Is he the first captain?
He's a Captain Lysander.
Yeah. I think he's the first captain because I think they offered him to become the chapter master, and he was like, nope, because the chapter masters of the Imperial Fist drop like flies. Like I think it's a meme at this point. Every new edition, we have a new chapter master. I'm sure someone at Games Workshop is doing it personally to take the piss out of me, and I'm frustrated and I'm angry. But yeah, every new codex we've got, there's a new chapter master.
I know Tor Garadon is kind of the main guy right now.
Yes.
Wait, what the fuck? His fucking fist is strength times 3.
Oh, is it times 3 now? Oh boy,
it's times 3. It goes to strength 12. Look at how big his fucking
it's that
hand.
dude.
Yeah, look how big his hand is, though. It's like that thing is gonna fist. He's gonna fist.
He is the derpiest looking fucker ever.
It reminds me of that what meme. You know the what meme? Like what? It's like got that kind of face, like that meme face.
Oh,
when did you showed me this guy before, and I was like, he looks so derpy. He looks like he's like, I need a cheeseburger.
He does kind of look like that.
Can I just say sorry to Shy that this was supposed to be about Black Templars, and it's about everything else but Black Templars? I'm sorry, Shy.
Who cares about her? Whatever.
All right. No. She's got a good point. We've been recording for an hour and 8 minutes, and at this point, we're gonna need to do another episode. God damn it!
Oh, fine.
Where someone brings Valrak back down to Earth from his fucking Cloud 9. can everyone find you? Where can the fans find you and learn more about Imperial Fist simping?
I have a YouTube channel if you want to come over there, but it's not
What's the name of it?
Oh, it's Chapter Master Valrak. it's what is in the name, right? It's mostly about Space Marine stuff. I'll put that out there right now. If you're coming for Xenos stuff, you're not gonna have a good time. Okay, it's just Space Marines. It's just
We'll bring you back for a Xenos episode.
That's it. Wait, what?
Yeah, we'll bring you back to talk about fucking Eldar or
Abaddon.
some shit.
Yeah.
Abaddon ripping Sigismund apart. No!
Yeah.
No! It's just like an episode of me screaming. I've actually learned this past week there was a character called Valrak that was from the 80s in Games Workshop, and he's the bad guy. And now everyone says I've ripped off Games Workshop, and I'm absolutely livid. This is not true. They copied me. So.
Now, all right, listen. Games Workshop
Wouldn't be the first time GW did it.
Guys, he beat me to it. Fuck you. So I was like, Games Workshop has never taken something from another source ever.
No.
No. You will die. All right, we're DK and Bricky. Shy is gonna stab something. I don't fucking know. Go read Betrayer before the episode later on today. If you play Black Templars, you are probably Radiant in Valorant.